over a short explanation of what I believe in light of the recent conflict in the world with Israel and Gaza or Palestine. I don't necessarily believe that we are in the last days, but this all could be what people say as the start of more prophetic things to happen according to biblical eschatology. Now, a lot of people go straight to Ezekiel chapter 38 and chapter 39, which shows that Israel will be in conflict. Many describe this as the Gog and Magog war. Many point here to show that we are in the end times right now specifically. Personally, so far it does not appear to be the Gog and Magog war with Israel and Gaza, simply because the passage reveals all of the nations that will attack Israel, with names like Russia, Iran, Syria, Libya, if I'm not mistaken, and a few others. Many scholars and commentators debate on which specific nations are involved and how it will happen chronologically. Basically, we aren't sure of the order of events when looking at passages like Matthew chapter 24, where Jesus is describing end-time events, or Daniel chapter 7 through 9, which Jesus mentions in Matthew 24, where Daniel talks about the end tribulation, the Great Tribulation period. And some people mention other parts of Ezekiel and maybe even some parts of Isaiah. Basically, there's a lot of debates on how these events will lead into what we call the tribulation or the Great Tribulation, which is a 7-year period of the Antichrist reign, according to the book of Daniel. I don't think that this war proves we are in the end times specifically. Every Christian always believed that they were going to be the last generation. And I just don't think everything according to Old Testament and New Testament descriptions of end times has been fulfilled yet. The best thing we can all do is to pray for Israel and Gaza and the people that are affected, and help where we can. Now, some people will say, what if this is is it possible that this could lead into what we call the 7-year peace treaty with Israel and whoever else it could be? This is possible in the near future. It obviously depends on how long this war continues. The longer it goes, the worse things could get, and people ponder about whether or not this could lead to the Antichrist's reign when he comes and sets up this 7-year peace treaty. And the whole point of books like Daniel is to show that once this peace treaty is signed, that's the beginning of the tribulation. And then once the tribulation starts, everything is basically fine and dandy for 3.5 years. But then after that 3.5-year mark, the Antichrist breaks his covenant with Israel and these other nations, and he basically becomes a world leader. One world government, one world currency, and all of these kinds of things that people continue to talk about. I will be trying to do a video soon on the Book of Revelation specifically, because there's a lot of misconceptions about that book, so I would like to go over a few of those concepts from scholars. But for this, my basic understanding and my perception of what's going on in the world is I think this is doing nothing more than fulfilling the words of Jesus in Matthew 24, where he just simply says, there will be wars and rumors of wars, but take heart, this is not the end yet. He calls this birth pains. He compares the end times to a pregnant woman. He says, in the same way, a woman, that when she's getting ready to have a child, her contractions get more frequent and they get stronger. And that's what he's saying about end times. So, we will have more conflict and more natural disasters as we get closer. But this doesn't mean necessarily that we're in end times right this second. So it could be, again, another 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 years before end times really get going. So it's really, there's no way we can say, and again, Matthew 24, Jesus says, no one knows the day or the hour. And Jesus in his incarnate form at that moment did not have infinite knowledge of his return. So I take that to heart and I say, we simply do not know. But we must keep our eyes open to what could happen in the near future. If we are the last generation, that would be a very interesting turn of events to see. But thank you for watching. Like and subscribe for more content like this, and let me know what you think if we are in the end times below in the comments. And just enjoy the rest of this video without commentary. Thank you.
I'm shifting our set on my mark.
Fire.
Terminating overflight.
Proximity mine was destroyed by hostile action.
Apex, back on.
UAV ready to deploy.
Firing hand cannon.
Cruise missile ready for launch.
Mission complete. Clean up crews, ensure there are no survivors.
TACOM, we have won the day.